Friends, welcome to another session where today we have a topic of understanding sexuality with karma. I will start with my story. Many of you already know my story, and I like to say it in a poetic way. I lived in a world where I was a boy, and everybody lived in a world where I was a girl, and those two worlds couldn't meet. So yes, friends, I was born in a biological female body, and I had a gender identity confusion. I was confused about my gender because I felt I was a male. So my childhood was very tough, especially the teenage. I went through a lot of depression and not understanding myself. I was isolated. My parents couldn't understand me. Somehow I could finish my graduation. I got into an IT career. I had a good career, but I was very sad inside, looking for answers, what was happening to me. And then I met my master, my guide, Dr. Newton Kondavati, in the year 2008. I went for a past life regression workshop. And in that workshop, I had a lot of opening. Somewhere I was connecting the dots of what has happened to me, why I'm suffering, what wrong did I do. And I could see many past lives from where I carried a guilt. So this life was created out of a confusion, out of a guilt, where I was punishing myself. So of course, I need to let go of that guilt. And then I had to take a decision because my physical body was not matching my energetic body. So nowadays we are blessed with the medical system to give us the body that we require for people like us. And I was fortunate to go into a surgery, a transition, and I could align my physical body with my energetic body. And I'm so blessed to be in my body. I feel like I have left that cage. I felt like a cage. I want to share this story because we are talking about karma today. And karma has an influence on our sexuality. So the question is, does sex create karma? Yes, sex does create karma. But there is a big but here. It is about the intention with what we approach sexuality. Good intentions, when we have been loving a person with good intention, with all our heart, we are making love, we say making love. And it's not that we have been like a miser, I won't give love, I would only take love, right? It has been a balanced receiving and giving. It creates good karma. So it creates karma, but it creates good karma. And when the intention is wrong, to make use of a person, to abuse a person, we have wrong intentions in our mind, it creates negative karma. And we suffer from this. So one of the questions which is very common is, how does sex create karma? See, anything, any action creates karma. So sex is also an action. Sexuality is also an action. So good karma, good actions, good karma, negative actions, negative karma. Very simple. We don't have to go into this understanding, because many people, when I started working with later, they had an idea that sex is wrong. Sex itself creates a bad karma. Many women I worked with later, when I went through my own journey, I also started working with Dr. Newton with past life regression and inner child work, or all the healing work, because I was so blessed to heal myself. My second learning started when I started working with people. And many women, they came with problems, with the sexual organ problems, or a painful sexual coitus, or different kinds. Some people would have need of sex is more for some people. Some people have less need. It depends. But that belief that, oh, this is something wrong, can create a block in the system. So I did work with many women who had problems with their sexual organs because of this limited perception that sex is wrong. So when I regress them and they go into their childhood, especially, they were told that this is something dirty, this is something bad. And then this girl is one day getting married, and in a way, in a very subtle way, she's told to do which is dirty, right? So she shuts down. So when that shutting down has created a block in the sexual organs, right? So when this belief is released, because this belief is so important, friends, kind of thoughts we have during the sexual act, especially for couples who are creating a baby, the thoughts during the orgasm, it will create the quality of the child will come from those thoughts of the mother and the father. It's not only the physical egg and the sperm, it's also the intention put in the egg and the sperm. So important is our intentions. That drives everything. Nothing wrong with sexual pleasure, nothing wrong with a sexual activity. So the doubt that I wanted to specifically clear is, sexuality is not wrong karmically. It is the kind of intentions that we put in during that act. Because of course, when two people are meeting together, their energy bodies are meeting. And if their intentions are not pure, what happens is their blocks trigger the other person's blocks. And then all this chaos happens in sexual relationships, because they are triggering each other's wounds. So what is that intention with which that sexual union happened? Accordingly, that karma would be created. Having sex can also burn your karma. Oh, wow. How is it possible? Is it possible? Friends, it's possible. Some lifetimes we have been only takers. We receive. Give me only. I want to just take pleasure. We have not been givers. So if we can be givers, not thinking about, oh, I am spending so much time pleasuring my partner or giving my love to my partner is not giving back to me. If we can let go of that thought of just being like a giver, it can burn our karma with our partners. So if there is a toxicity in a couple's relationship, they can heal this relationship by becoming a giver. Of course, they have to first fulfill themselves. So we do our work. You have to work on your sexual energy. Sometimes you have to clear your blocks. Yeah, many of us have blocks in the lower two chakras. We have to clear those blocks. And when you are full of sexual energy, you can become a giver. And that can burn your karma with your husband, with your wife, with your partner. So sex, the act, is karmically and spiritually pure. It's divine. It's innocent. So how I was giving you example of how we keep judging our sexuality. Like I was telling you about one woman whom I was working with, and she held back in her mind that sex is bad, and she had this problem in her sexual organ. Not only physical problems, friends, we can have mental problems. So many women, I'm talking more about women, men also I'll come to. Here there are more women, so I'm just taking the example. So many women, they come, they say, I get so panicked, I get so anxious during the sexual act, I don't like it. Some women would say that I want to get into it, but I can't. There is an anxiety there. I feel so fearful. I feel so impure. Mental blocks, emotional blocks. Many women, they will say, I get into a depression. I feel so depressed after sex. So many kinds of layers of issues with sexuality. Why do I get depressed? Yeah. So there's something getting triggered. There can be so many reasons to that. One of the reason is having a limited perception, a limited belief about sexuality, or it could be like a karmic thing that I was speaking about, because I carried guilt with my sexuality, right? So only when I could forgive myself from that guilt, I was able to come out of my problem. So it could be from the past lives, or it could be some thing that we are carrying from our childhood, right? Or another thing, it could be also coming from the partner. Sometimes men are so frustrated, they want to download their frustration to the woman, because woman is a receiver, you see. So women need to be very, very intuitively strong and aware during the sexual act what is happening. And if she realizes that this is something, not an energy she wants to take, she has to say stop. She has to say no to that kind of act. She can tell her husband to, that maybe not in a bad way, but in a nicer way, that why, the woman has to make the man aware, because the man is unconscious. He's so tired, he's frustrated, and men sometimes find it like a let go. They want to just let go of this like a quickie for 5 minutes, and they want to sleep. What happens then? The woman doesn't sleep. He would say, honey, thank you so much, and he'll sleep the other side. And the woman has no sleep. She's now carrying all that burden now, because the man has downloaded. A man is a giver, and generally women are receivers. She has received all that anxiety. So that can also be one reason. So many factors, friends, right? So the awareness, if we are aware, we can release this. So this woman I was talking about, who had this issue, she was able to release this limited perception, limited belief that she was told sex is bad as a child. And then she started taking, because how can we be in a marriage, and how can we be attracted to a man or a woman, and in the background we think, sex is bad, sex is bad. That is there somewhere in the subconscious. Sex is bad. That is not good, right? So we are not able to express ourselves fully. We are not able to come to our fullest potential. We are not able to come with our full creativity. Our creativity is blocked, our expression is blocked, our integrity is blocked. We are not able to respect ourselves. Right? So this woman I was working with, so she was able to go into her self-discovery process. Self-discovery is so important, right? And she allowed her because what had happened, another incident that she said was, she was being used. Her first relationship, she had a boy, and that boy left her, and she had a heartbreak. And she always considered, because of this man, my sexuality is ruined. She carried this block. So when, later she was doing her self-mastery work, like 15 years later, when she got back, and she realized, oh, not only this man enjoyed me, but I also enjoyed this man equally. And I enjoyed his innocence, his wildness. So it's not that man. And she was able to forgive that man and let go of that man. Also, one of the, as a child, what she carried, she could release that. And through sexual empowerment, she could come out of this problem. We are talking about karma here. So karma doesn't have to always be like past lives. Past life can be this life's past also is a past life. We don't have to go like before the womb memories. Right? So, and the question we need to ask ourselves is, have we repressed our sexuality in one way or the another way? Are we able to, like, we can ask, are we really able to put our creativity? Is there a block in our creativity? Is there a block in our expression? Am I living my fullest potential? If not, there would be something to do with the sexual energy, friends. Because it's directly linked. The life force energy, the sexual energy is directly linked to your creativity, to your fullest potential, to your self-integrity, to your relationships, to your abundance. Right? And when you work on this sexual energy, when you release this lower chakras, the Muladhara, the Swadhisthana, you can clear this chakra through whatever ways, through, especially you need, because 50% of our entire energy is locked near the kidneys and the sexual center. 50%. And other 50% is we are using for digestion, breathing, all the other activities, heart, all the other things, our walking, sleeping, eating, whatever. But 50% is locked there. So until we unleash that 50%, where do we get that energy of doing something in our life? So we have to free this 50% of energy, which is locked. And hence, when there is a surge of energy, then only, we can get to our fullest potential. Without energy, what is there? Most of the time we are lethargic, don't have energy, don't have any enthusiasm, lack of creativity, lack of expression. So only when we release this 50% energy. Maybe we can't release the entire 50%, but maybe 25% or maybe 40% we can release this energy. And when there is a surge of energy coming, it will bring creativity for you, it will bring clarity for you. This is very important for our spiritual growth also. Only working on the upper chakras, meditating, and only doing work outside that, but some amount of time we need to put our attention in the lower chakras. It's like some people, they run away from this work, but nothing to run away. I feel it's the most beautiful work that I have learned. Sometimes we have to face our fears, but that's worth, right? Once we face our fear, that fear never comes back. So we hold a lot of fear and emotion in these two chakras that needs to be released. So that was this topic today, friends. Karma and sexuality. I shared what I had to. If you have questions, you are welcome to, we can have a discussion now. Thank you.
I had a couple of questions.
Yes, Ankita.
What is the karmic impact of masturbation and probably same-sex relationships? Because,
right.
It's considered unnatural, so to say. Yeah. So what are the karmic implications of these two?
Right. So I'll go back to intentions.
Mm-hmm.
There is something called conscious masturbation. It's a spiritual practice.
Okay.
So if you can put your awareness into masturbation and you are masturbating with awareness, you're not masturbating over some porn images or something negative, right?
Okay.
Nothing also wrong with that. Sometimes sometimes it happens. Nothing to be scared of. We don't have to be always so strict with ourselves. Okay, so it's okay. But if we can, for example, you want to manifest an idea, you want to manifest a dream, you want to run a company.
Okay.
So there is a practice called conscious masturbation where during the orgasm, you are visualizing your dream to be coming true. You are a creator. You create that faster if you can get into that practice.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's.
I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes. So that's conscious masturbation. And of course, it's an energy. Wherever you want to put that energy, it will depend on your intention, right? So you put that intention, you draw that energy there. That's the work of the energy. Same sex, again, intention. If there is love in the same sex, they are creating a lot of love. Wow, good vibration they are spreading, right? Let us inspire these couples, who are struggling to be together. Sometimes what happens is there is so much hatred between two, men and men. Sometimes these gay couple comes to say that let us love men, let us have more time with men. So they may have karmic things to understand the man's body, to understand their own mirror. And it's a beautiful art. Everything is art, like it's a creativity, right? And so if they're doing it with all their heart, they're just like any other couple. That's it. Whatever happens in the bedroom or that is none of anybody's thing. It is what is there in our heart. What is the intention? That's what matters. So again, karmically, nothing wrong with it. It will create good karma if there is good intention. Of course, if there is abuse and all these things, it's create bad karma.
You're busting all myths of arey re ye paap hai types. It's just at the end of it, you kind of realize everything is just so pure and natural, and we just make up these things in like these blocks and beliefs in our head.
Exactly.
Anyone else has any questions?
I have. Aditya? Yeah.
Sure, Darshana ji, please.
Now, see, in relation with our last time talk, because this is my second. So, see, like having sex is a release of energy, right? Kind of.
Just 1 second. I'm not able to hear you very well.
One. I said, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is my second session with you in relation with your last time talk and this time. So, like sex is needed. It's a release of energy, right? And so many hormones, everything are in play. So, if a woman is single, unmarried, or divorcee, whatever, how they are supposed to handle the sexuality, the sexual needs, I mean to say.
Sexual needs. So self-intimacy is very important. It's an integral part of sexual healing practices, to touch your own body, right? And many women, they are not knowing how to do that. So there are beautiful practices. One of my work which I do in the life force management course is to teach women how to do that. And there are like step-by-step ways, and some women, they thank me for teaching them this, because they say it's the most powerful thing we have ever done in our life. We never knew that, oh, I don't need anybody else for this sexual need, right? And and this is so important. Even if you are with your partner, do you know your own body? Do you know your own needs? What you like, what you don't like? Do you understand your body? Right? So either you are single, divorced, married, you need to know self-intimacy first. And especially I give a homework of 21 days of self-intimacy. So even if you're with a partner, you have to stay apart from your partner and do this practice alone, right? Like conscious masturbation. This is a part of conscious masturbation. And you will find there's a shift in your relationship, shift in your creativity, your ideas, like, something has started, exploding from you, like a surge of energy and creativity and expression. Yeah, thank you. It's an important question.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Other questions? Thank you, Aditya. I think.
Yes, thank you so much.
We've got a lot of food for thought. I think everyone's just thinking. Everything we've possibly known till now has all become very questionable. Like,
yes, just know that thought drives our reality, and it's for everything. It's not different for sexuality. So I speak about sexuality just to bring to your notice that look at your thoughts, look at your intention, and that's it. Nothing wrong with sexuality, nothing wrong with gender, nothing wrong with your physical existence, nothing wrong being a woman, being a divorcee, or whatever, nothing wrong anywhere. What is your intention? And that's what drives our life.
So beautiful, Aditya. I wish, such an eye-opener today. I wish all these things, are made aware to everybody. We don't even know of these things.
Please spread this. Spread this. Now, I'm sure...
No, people are open to it, yes, but not everyone is yet open to, all these kind of...
Exactly.
Yes. Anyway, I'm really, really grateful that at least, yes.
Yeah,
better late than never. Yeah.
I am sure that you will be transferring this to someone who need it. You will be guiding them.
Yes, I really hope so. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Aditya's explanation to everything really clarifies everybody's doubts. So we have a question to ask you because you explain in such a way. Yeah.
Wonderful having you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Aditya.
Thank you.
Just for Geeta, ma'am. Hi. We are actually trying extensively to create awareness. And Aditya is helping us do that. Mostly September 19th, we have a full-on session, one-day session where we actually plan to do a lot of work around this area and bring about a lot of awareness to a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's like a 1 week process, right? So it's going to be for 1 week, and we have one day fully on it. And I'm very excited because a lot of other masters are coming for this, and even I want to hear them.
Very
wonderful.
interesting.
Yes.
And I feel these weekly meetings of ours are actually preparing us for that. And we
Yes.
can actually benefit a lot from that session when we attend these, because we have so much to think
Yes.
about.
And thank you to Joining Hands for bringing
Yes,
this up.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Amazing work they are doing,
Yes, yes.
creating this
And
platform. Thank you.
really nice to know, Aditya, that intention is the base of everything, because that is what I firmly believe in. You really reinforced my this today. You know, that intention works for your intention is what matters. That's what I believe in strongly. And like you said, in every aspect of that's the most important thing. Beautiful. Yes.
Yes. Yes. One thing when I stepped into this spiritual subject, one line that I still hold is we create our own reality. And that applies for everything, right? Sexuality is also included. So I say we create our own sexuality.
Yes, yes. You explained beautifully last session. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
If
Thank
you have a
you.
video, please share it, Aditya.
Sorry?
Last session video.
It's shared. I'll share it again on the group.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bless.
you. Bye.